Well, hello, and a hello again. Thank you for joining me here at probably the most unusual tarot reading you're going to be ever involved with on the internet or otherwise, and that is the Tao Manifesting Tarot. The goal of this is exactly in the title, manifest. That's your kryptonite. That's the very thing that's important to all of us. Create the pictures in our own mind. But we're giving up that power. More about that to come up. Because this edition of the Tao Manifesting Tarot takes a real good close look at this year, the astrological aspects, how they're going to affect and infect your ability to manifest. We're at a point now where we just cannot see the forest for the trees. Well, that's why I'm here, to help you to do that. And today, that's the energy. 2025 is big on creative potential. We got some really fabulous aspects. I'll talk about that in a minute, because this tarot reading is never strictly about tarot. Tarot is the main subject. Tarot is the doorway we walk through. But the room leading to that door is set by astrology. That's what we do. We take numerology and astrology. I've done numerology and astrology for 50 years. Those two things are the science of cycles. Unfortunately, cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles, and I've never ever, myself included by the way, like I said, I've done astrology for 50 years. I've had a hell of a time, and I think I've failed most of the time to communicate, to give a good, clear, concise picture of what the astrological, numerological forecasts we're talking about, especially in astrology. There are so many moving parts and pieces. It's very hard on the best of astrologers. You got the moon moving here. You got planets, a whole bunch of planets, and you got asteroids, and you got all kinds of incoming frequencies of one kind or another. And then you got the chart that's moving, and you got quintiles, sextiles, septiles. You got trines, you got squares, and the planets are going forwards and backwards. It's too much. And so by the time you're done with the reading, it's chop suey. I mean, you can't make sense out of it. That's exactly what I did not want to do in this. I wanted to combine the astrology, numerology, science of cycles with the science of potential. That's tarot, the science of potential. Remember a moment ago I was talking about the astrology, especially the far planets. You get the Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, to a lesser degree Saturn and Jupiter, but certainly Pluto, Neptune, Uranus. These are cosmic forces that move everybody. You have no control over it. You have no input over it. All you can do is react. That's why you need the kryptonite. That's why you need the tarot, to take that energy from the astrology, numerology, and focus it on your potential, to manifest, to create pictures within your own mind. And so today we're looking at the concept of being stuck between two worlds. We're not in the past, we're not in the future, and because of that, we're not even in the present. We don't know where we are. We cannot see the forest for the trees. That's why it's important for us to really begin to start tearing down this picture so you can create the image in your mind. That's what I want to do. It's not my ego, it's your imagination. I want you to see, to feel, to touch, to have the picture in your head. That's the kryptonite, that's the power. And so that being the case, let's move on. We got 3 cards here. Open. 3 is a magic number, very powerful. Nikola Tesla said if we understood the power of 3, we would understand the universe. Well, let's see how close we can get with this tarot reading. Alrighty, here are the 3 cards. On the left side, you see the karmic manifesting message. I'm going to break down each one of the 3 cards with just some highlight ideas. So I want you to get the picture, and the only way that I can do that is by combining both the astrology and numerology and tarot. That makes for a really good, solid tarot reading. So we begin. What do we have here? Well, the first card is the Moon card. The Moon card Even if you have the brightest, biggest full moon, you still can't see anywhere near as much as you can see on a clear day at noon with the sun shining. The moon forces us to fill in the blanks. It forces us to depend on our intuition, to depend on our subconscious. And in so doing, deception is involved. And it can be on both sides. People doing it to us doing it to ourselves. So you have to be careful, and you have to make sure that rather than being stuck in two worlds and being no place at all, you have to be sure of where you're coming from. Okay, that's the big thing. You need clarity. It comes from the inside, not the outside. And that's the part we forget. Second card is the Hanged Man. What does that mean? Flip the script, basically. That's what it means. It means changing the script, saying, hey, this is just not getting it. I'm not into it. What I'm doing now just isn't working, so they got to let go. And in letting go, you're vulnerable. Remember I said that in the previous card with the moon or the full moon card? You're not seeing everything. You know you're not seeing everything. You have to depend on yourself. And for you to survive that ordeal, the Hanged Man says, you got to change the way you see things. And it's all with yourself. If you're looking for any of the answers in your life to come from the outside to you, you're nuts. All the answers you're going to find, you're going to need, come from within you. That's the difficult part, because we are so enamored with all the things, with all the tech. They're toys, please. Every smartphone, every cell phone, every desktop, laptop, even AI is a toy. Oh, look how much fun, I can get the information. No, you're not getting the information. You're getting the information they want to feed you. And in fact, people who deal with AI have done so for years. Some of the pioneers said they don't trust it. There have been several occasions, outstanding occasions over the past 10 years especially, where AI has deceived them or lied to them, and they're worried about that. But it's so invasive. It's just all I got to do is talk to Gronk or JPT and I can get answers. I don't have to think. Yeah, you have to think. That's what being a human is. If you don't do that, then you are stuck between two worlds. You're neither human nor robot. You're just... Calling you a Borg is an overstatement. But that's how this AI thing works. You're naked and afraid. And in so doing, you are deceiving yourself. You're letting other people deceive you. You are separated from yourself. That's why you are in between two worlds. Responsibility falls on each of us. If you're looking for a savior or a saver, you're missing the boat. Next card is the Nine of Pentacles. You're learning self-reliance. That's what separates the Nine of Pentacles. She's like the mini queen. And as part of being the mini queen, she's learning all the things that a queen needs to know. And one of them, one of the most important, is self-reliance. Yes, we have the moon. And yes, it is shining, but we don't see everything. We know it. Our intuition is yelling at us. We got to flip the script. If we can't see, then we have to intuit. We got to feel and then combine those two to the point where you're self-reliant. That's one of the biggest obstacles I see humanity having to face, depending on themselves. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, even the rich people who are pushing AI, they want robots, but they really need humans. That's the parts that's missing. And until they fill that, until they take care of that, until they're aware of that, I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how much of anything they have. They're going to have shitty lives. They do. Take a look at the rich and famous now. Take a look at what their lives are like. That's a crap show. but because they have things. Ooh, look, they got big homes, they got so many cars. Ooh, 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 but they don't have peace. And you don't have peace. I don't have peace because we're stuck between two worlds. It's our own fault. We are not self-reliant. We're naked, afraid. We're being deceived by ourselves and others. Like I said at the beginning, we can't see the forest for the trees. And you know what? A lot of us don't want to either, for that matter. So now let's get to the astrology. 2025 has some really outstanding aspects. If you were just beginning astrology, you would take a look at where Pluto is, where Neptune is, where Uranus is. You also got Saturn and Jupiter and stuff, and they're all kind of in favorable places. They're all kind of working together. That can be good and bad. It can be good and bad. It depends on how you use the energy. So 2025, and we're really seeing this happening now. 2025, parts and pieces come together. Is it for good or for bad? Well, usually it's going to be a combination. But at this point, what you do in your life makes a difference. Andrew Jackson, former U.S. president, back I think in the 1830s, said a passionate person of one creates a revolution. This was the guy that was able to knock down the Second Bank of America. The first one, I think, in 1795. What this was the international bankers, the Zionist bankers wanting to control the United States, just like they did, by the way, with England. The bankers made a deal with the king back, I think, in the 1500s because he needed money for war, don't they all? And they said, okay, we'll give you the money, but there are a couple things we want, and one of them is we want to make the Bank of England. It didn't exist. We want it. We want the name Bank of England, but you don't have anything to do with it. You're not a part of it at all. It's our separate bank. Well, they wanted to try the same thing in America. Got knocked down at around 1795, I think, and then Andrew Jackson knocked him down a second time. Third time, they drowned the opposition in the Titanic, and they were able to get it through in 1913 and pass the Fed. And we see how fabulously our economy has gone since then. So 2025, parts and pieces are coming together. They're going to be for good or bad. That's our choice. Don't look for that saver. Don't look for that savior. No one is coming to help you. You're doing it on your own. That's how it works. That said, we move on. Time to wrap it up. All done. And as it says here at the bottom of the screen, all we get is time and choices. This is a year where that's truer than ever. The possibility is phenomenal, for good or bad. The creative juices are there. How are you going to choose to use them in your life? It will make a difference, not just for you, but for everybody. I mean, take a look at what's happening in Canada. Here you got one province who's upset, and all of a sudden they're starting to add other provinces as well. Manitoba, Saskatchewan, British Columbia, all of them talking about potentially leaving Canada. Took just one province. I think the same or similar thing is going to happen in the United States and maybe even around the world. We need a reshuffling. This is a year of creativity. It can be for good or bad. It's up to us. So I'm out of here. Let's get ready to wrap this up. I just want to remind you before I leave, like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. The same forces that are pushing us into potential oblivion are screwing with the internet. Do you know only 6 people run all of the media in the world? 6 billionaires? What do you think the chances are you're going to get the truth? You're going to get the truth from podcasts like this. So please like and subscribe. Between now and the next time you and I get together to do the little bit of this thing that we call tarot and extra, please like and subscribe. Need your help? Kind of lean in here a little bit. Like and subscribe. Thanks much. Peace and blessings.